everybody. We're about to hop into our third and final game of the evening, one which Jeremy has entitled Snakes on a Demiplane. But before we get into it, we are going to take a brief moment and introduce our heroes. So without further ado, I can't see the order. I don't have Twitch open, so I can't see the order. I know Anadoltia's here. Anadoltia, how are you tonight?
I'm fine, thank you.
Anadoltia, what have you been up to as of late?
The usual, taking care of the kids, running the kingdom, etc., etc.
Nothing too exciting, nothing new. How are the kids?
Oh, doing kid things, and unfortunately learning from more of the Fey culture than I would deem necessary.
You said you've been learning more about the Fey culture than you would deem necessary.
Well, they are, which means they've been pulling a lot more pranks lately.
I hope it's not too much for you and Sugar to handle.
I mean, it's mostly just water dropping on our heads and stuff like that, but
harmless stuff. I get you.
For the moment, yes.
Well, I'm glad to hear that they're happy and healthy. Welcome back, Anadoltia. It's always a joy to have you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have joining us Euchaunkas Ouwoupli, the High Priest, the Bringer of Bill. What's going on, Euchaunkas?
Not much.
How
are you?
I'm doing well. You know, for a long time, Euchaunkas, I avoided saying it, but somehow I was coerced recently into a Praise the Cloud, and it didn't hurt as much as I thought. So I just wanted to start you off with a Praise the Cloud, Euchaunkas.
Yes, praise the cloud.
What's new? Anything exciting happening in your congregation?
I've been trying more cooked meat.
Interesting. How are you finding it? It's kind of an acquired taste for you, I suppose.
I prefer it raw, and frankly, it's been getting a little too cooked.
Have you tried a jerky yet?
I've tried jerky's alright.
Well, I know you've had Yeti jerky. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, let's not get into that. I mean, look, a few people wanted to try a new method of execution, so that led to me eating cooked meat. And I prefer the old methods, where we don't burn people at the stake.
And
instead eat them mostly alive.
That's wow. That's actually worse than I thought. Somehow you came up with a thing that's a little bit worse than burning someone at a stake. So, great work, Euchaunkas. Welcome back. It's good to see you again.
Yeah. Thanks.
Fawkes is back. Fawkes, how have you been? I kind of know what you've been up to of late.
Sorry, I was eating. It's been a pretty busy day today, especially. I'm on 2 adventures in a row.
It's rare that Bartholomew just sends people out into the field twice. You know, it's kind of bad for it's just bad for sanity, stress, having to do that much adventuring in one day. But it seems like you're handling it well, Fawkes.
Of course, I can keep going on all day. I like it raw too. Euchaunkas, this meat's a bit too like. Yeah, I get what you mean. It's like burnt on the outside, but still raw. And it's kind of like a gross textural thing when they cook it like this.
Exactly.
Maybe we should try like a different, method of execution. Anyway, I did promise a story, the other day, and so.
If you don't mind.
All right. Well, I was asked about my time at sea. And once upon a time, there was a lass who stole my eyes away from the ocean as I was sailing, trying to get away from whatever I was running from. And she nearly got me to stay abroad before, I joined Bartholomew's group and started adventuring around here in DnDTime. And I went to go see her after I've settled down, and I realized she had gotten much older since the last time. And I was quite sad, and I sat by her bedside as she passed away. And I attended her funeral. And
That is very sad.
it made me sort of realize the nature of how we go on with life. All right. I guess that's it. I don't know what the point of the story was, but that's my story. Okay, let's move.
Everyone,
How'd you get your eyes back?
Damn, like as soon as she nearly stole my eyes away.
Ah,
But I still had them staring right at the sea. Can't keep me away from that.
damn
You know,
eyes
people
stealers.
keep trying to like do things without me noticing all the time, but nah, I got true sight. But not actually. I'll get that later.
you don't have true sight mechanically, just spiritually, kind of metaphysical.
Well, actually, one of my eyes is not mine, my own.
I know you have a devil's eye.
Let me pull this thing.
You have a devil's eye, but that's a story for another day.
I'll like hold it out and like it'll start biting at people. Yeah, this is my devil's eye. Let me tell you about my devil's. Oh wait, it's a story for another day. Hold on. Okay, let's get it.
Well, while you start putting the devil's eye back in, I think the story for another day actually is just you pulled it out of Bartholomew's bag and put it in instead of your regular eye.
Actually, I pulled that.
You traded for it.
Wait, no, I didn't. That other guy did.
Which it's actually pretty wild that someone could.
You really have to get the spork in there.
But last but not least, we also have Sword Coheir with us. Welcome back, Sword.
Hello.
Are you tired as well? This was, I know, another long day for you as well.
Actually, no, I'm all set to go.
Bartholomew, of course, gave you and Fawkes the benefits of a long rest. He just kind of waved his hands over you, and you both have experienced the benefits of a long rest. But also, again, it's a long
Figure out
day.
that part where he's a wizard, but I mean,
Honestly, I'm still good to go after that last time.
You don't have to take the long rest if you do not.
Big bad wolf was nothing to me.
Well, get ready for these snakes. All right.
Excuse me. Oh wait, hold up. Okay. Character quick mechanical questions. Can I use the staff of the woodlands? Because it's gonna come up, especially with snakes on.
It requires attunement by a druid.
Okay.
So I don't know if you Fawkes specifically can. That might have to be a trader one. Yeah.
Fawkes snakes though.
Fawkes snakes absolutely could. It's too bad that Fawkes snakes isn't the one in this adventure. So where we begin, you find yourselves in Bartholomew's shop, and as you all enter, greetings, adventurer. It's a pleasure to see all of you. Now, this is a little bit of a late comer-upper, if you will. I know Fawkes and Sword, you were just out, but if you don't mind, I need to send you out again. I have a bit of a pressing issue.
that would be.
Yes, of course. Are you familiar with the Ouroboros?
Yeah, it's the thing that eats itself.
Isn't it that thing that bites its own tail?
Yes, it is. Some call it the snake eating its own tail.
I
just a
hate
tail,
snakes.
Well, I do have some bad news for you, Euchaunkas. This is a snake-heavy one.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Yes, I know that snakes are sort of the bane of every hero that is fearless. But unfortunately, that is what you will be up against today.
If it's such a pressing issue, maybe we can bring a hydraulic press?
That's kind of a good joke, but for now, let's focus on the Ouroboros. And Bartholomew kind of just...
Look, I'm tired and I haven't gotten my evening
I
drink.
understand. They can't all be platinum. But he spins his hand in the air, and you can see...
I'm trying here.
And you can see a snake appears, and it's the image of a winged snake that is as you guys all kind of pointed out, eating its own tail. And Bartholomew speaks up. This is a symbol. It represents a lot of things. The endless cycle of life to some people, renewal and change to others. It's actually based on a really big snake. So
Thank God I had something to eat.
yes. The snake itself eats its own tail, and it is, some have said, the progenitor of the Euchaunkas in some ways. Yes, I know. But, again, this is the situation. And would it make you feel better if I said you'll be going to be killing a lot of Euchaunkas?
Yes.
Okay,
Oof.
well, there we are. This snake, this Ouroboros, it is something of a plane unto itself. The infinites that it symbolizes, it's just sort of an endless loop around the inside of this big snake. And within it, over time, every once in a millennia or so, it has to be cleaned out. So if you don't mind going in there and just kind of dealing with some of the Euchaunkas, when they spend so much time in the snake's stomach, they start to absorb a lot of the poisons, and that's where a lot of those Euchaunkas abominations come from and things. It's not an ideal look, one might say.
Oh, perfect. Those guys are shape changers, right? I got something exactly for the problem.
Well, that is good. So here's the bottom line. Get into that snake, and, well, I'll send you on your way.
Train's calling, got it.
And Bartholomew kind of snaps his fingers, and you find yourself transposed. And this time where you've transposed to is just like 5 feet over to the side. And he goes, "Oh, it's on the plane of dreams, by the way. That's where the snake is." And he just has teleported you. He's just teleported you to the beds that he has in his shop, which are like 10 feet away.
Oh.
I know I didn't need to do the teleport. It's just kind of become sort of a symbol of the start of an adventure. So at your leisure.
Well, I really hope you can put me to sleep because of yeah.
Oh, these are enchanted beds. Honestly, they're less beds and more portals to the plane of dreams.
Okay.
Good. I thought I
And
had a
just
problem
get some one of the bed
dreaming
and
of sleep.
lay down.
And instantly you find yourself falling asleep. And Bartholomew kind of looks
Bartholomew, I need a story.
All right, lay down in the bed and I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
Do you lay down in the bed?
In perhaps non-traditional fashion, but yes.
What could you describe the fashion?
I mean, curled up like a lizard.
Oh, fair enough. As soon as you hit the bed, you hear Bartholomew, "There once was," and then you finish curling up and you instantly magically fall asleep. And Bartholomew says, hey, the beds are enchanted. I don't have to tell a story. But I was going to tell the story of, well, it's a long one. It's a story for another day. Fawkes, sword, you going in?
Yeah.
Very good. The two of you clamber into beds.
I'll get into my pajamas and sleeping cap and put a blanket over me. Can you tuck me in, Bartholomew?
As soon as I'm going to tuck you in, know that I'm going to do it, but you're going to fall asleep the minute you hear no. You don't hear the end of it, but hopefully Bartholomew heard you and tucked you in. And you awaken not too much longer within the plane of dreams. As you emerge, you find yourself standing in just this beautiful, lush sort of forest, and just on the outskirts you can see the small town of Woof. And as you look around, for any of you who've never been to Woof before, it is just a small town of talking sentient dogs. Just very nice talking dogs that kind of stand by Bartholomew's entrance into the plane of dreams, just coincidentally. And they kind of see you all arrive into the space, just appearing there. and one of them kind of walks up to you. You see a small bulldog begins kind of trotting over to you, and just, oh, hi there.
Hello.
Now,
Oh, hello there.
oh, hi. You're Euchaunkas and Anadoltia and Fawkes and Sword, right?
Right.
Excellent. Bartholomew, you sort of told us that you were coming and that you were gonna handle some snakes for him.
Yeah, where they want to be.
Excellent. I'm gonna bring you on over to the Ouroboros. Actually, I'm not gonna bring you. It's really scary up there. I'm just gonna sort of bring you over to the edge of it. Or honestly, I can just kind of point, and he kind of leans back onto his two hind legs and points an adorable paw forward. And you can see in the distance there is there's just kind of a huge plateau that you can see that he's pointing towards at the moment. It's up at the top of the plateau.
Okay, I'll head where it's at.
All right. That's all right. I'll see you later then. And
Bye.
the other ones go, you don't want like a snack? I was going to offer you a snack and kind of invite you to hang out for a while, but if you guys are in a hurry, you can just go.
What do you have?
We mostly carry raw steaks because that's what we dogs love.
Yeah, I'll take some.
Well, we kind of don't have that many.
I'll take all of them.
Was the snake problem urgent?
The snake problem was maybe urgent for Bartholomew, not urgent for me. I'm just a pup.
I'll tell you what.
So you're just a pug because you look like a bulldog.
I didn't say pug, I said pup.
Ah.
So, joke's on you, huh? How about 5 steaks?
Fine.
Are we bartering here now?
5 was just thought a reasonable number. I mean, if you want one too, I can give you one. I can also cook them if you guys want. Or really, I can. I also have treats if you guys want treats. But
what kind of treats?
5 of us, and there should be one for you.
Milk bones? Oh, I'm definitely gonna have one. He comes back a little while later, kind of toting in his mouth a bag of 5 raw steaks. You're not sure what the steaks were from when you look at them. Some kind of, they're a little bit like wobbly, and not wobbly in the sense that they're just uncooked meat, but wobbly in that like their proportions are changing, and these definitely belong to some weird dream creature.
Anadoltia will not eat the steak, but she would call out Lady Molly to have Lady Molly test it out.
It's not. Lady Molly kind of goes over and pokes at it a little bit. Maybe not quite sweet enough for Lady Molly.
Need some salt.
I didn't know you were a connoisseur of raw meat, Fawkes. But I guess when in Rome.
Yeah, the steaks are color.
And he goes, "All right, well, that's all I had. If you want to get moving, do you want me to come? I can come with you if you want, but I figured I'd rather stay here and not go near the giant, terrifying snake.
Yeah, the longer you're near me, the higher the chance I might eat you.
All right, I'll hang."
I think I have the next episode of Cooking with Fawkes set up.
All right, I'm gonna go move to a different town then. And you see him wander off into the forest. With that, you guys are, begin making your way over to the plateau, and the journey there is decidedly, as strange as one might come to expect from the Plane of Dreams, but also as adventurers of such kind of prestige and grandeur, there's nothing that you encounter on this path that that's either that you haven't seen before or isn't that big of a problem. So you eventually make it to the base of this thing. How do you guys, before you, it's just a pretty brutal vertical cliff. What's your scaling method of choice for all of you?
All right, I'll get out the meat balloon.
Oh, God. I forgot about the meat balloon.
Oh, the meat balloon.
But the meat balloon is in legend tier.
Yeah, we're in a world of dreams.
The meat balloon. has limited uses, Euchaunkas. That meat is starting to go bad.
Whoa, that's legend tier. We're in the regular world. We're in the other
one
world.
you have is a reflection of the meat balloon that you have in legend tier, which is going bad.
This is where he gets the idea.
Oh, wait. No, Jeremy's right. That's only in legend. You don't have a meat balloon right now. No, Jeremy's 100% right.
Just thinks of a meat balloon.
I'm gonna make a meat balloon.
You only have five.
And it also
five
just
balloons.
riding Lady Molly up the cliff.
I only have what? Because
You
I have.
five stakes right now.
That's not exactly true. I have the ability to get meat.
Oh yes, you have Strange Meat Monthly, a subscription, don't you?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and make me
The
another.
balloon meat.
I never thought that we'd have to have you make a survival check to make a meat balloon again, but here we
Let
are.
me help you out there, buddy.
Yes.
And she probably will call down and says, well, riding Lady Molly, if you're going to get some meat, try to get some from a blamp.
As I see Euchaunkas pulling out his subscription to meat balloons, exotic meat monthly, I'm like, hold on a sec, let me help you out with that meat balloon there, since I can tell what he's doing. Obviously.
You guys begin to construct a meat balloon. Go ahead and roll me a survival. 23, huh?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good roll you made there. Anadoltia, you guys just kind of hear Anadoltia call to you from maybe 3/4 of the way up the cliff, as Anadoltia is just easily walking up on the side on the back of her sticky puppy spider climbing dog. And Anadoltia, then you have a moment where you look behind you, and you are really ahead, but now just kind of slowly rising up to the top of the plateau. You can see maybe the least pleasant balloon that you've ever seen. It's just made from what look like stitched together, like skins of animals, and like the ropes are made from just it's awful. It's an awful thing that you see behind you, but it passes you by, and you guys end up kind of getting to the top of the cliff right around the same time, and the meat balloon disintegrates
Well, I eat it.
into your stomach. That's also fair. But you, like when I say it, I mean the meat balloon is no longer functional as a meat balloon.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Inflate some states and tie them to the balloon like it's up with intestines. I'll blow like a balloon dog made of like pig intestines or something, and like offer it to Anadoltia.
Anadoltia looked at it in the most disgusting way a doll-bound can.
Are you gonna eat that?
Nah, here, I'll hand it over into your chunk.
And as these hijinks are going on, you reach the top of the plateau. You see something very strange. You see something very strange at the top of it. The whole top of the plateau, there's a section of it that seems to be just like indented into the top of the plateau, and there is just like a circular ring in a huge loop around the circular plateau that appears to be a really huge snake coiled in a perfect circle around it. And at the point where you're at, it's very hot up here. The sun's shining directly on it, and it seems that this must be the Ouroboros that Bartholomew was speaking about. And it's just having a very pleasant sunbath here.
There's only one Ouroboros? Wow. This is easy. Piece of cake.
So, before we go any further, I do have a mechanical question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since Lady Molly was awakened in Legend tier, is she awakened here?
We will.
I assume there's no legend tier crossover.
We would rule, I think, no on that one, but subject to change. For now, no.
All right, just want to make sure.
Okay. So this is a very strange situation. This the snake, like, it has like a spot for itself which has been carved out, which is just like flush with the top of the plateau, and it's just kind of sitting and sunbathing in this massive circle.
Stupid
where is
snake
its head
eating its own
located?
tail.
Cool.
Its head, you circle around it, and you get to the point where its head is, and where the point where it is eating its own tail. And as you're sort of looking down upon it, it's just there sleeping. It doesn't seem to notice you. Again, to put into perspective how massive the creature is, I mean, it's the size of a plateau. Across, it's maybe like 30 feet in diameter. This is, SpongeBob Alaskan bullworm.
So basically its girth is 30 feet in diameter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
you
time
get
to get
over there.
inside.
Yeah, what do you do?
Is there a way to get inside it?
Bartholomew didn't give you instructions on this. And,
Yeah, I forgot what we were here for.
you're gonna
rid
clear
of
the
the
Yuan-Ti
Yuan-Ti's
out of its belly, where they just kind of naturally generate, it would seem. But you don't see any clear way to get inside of the creature.
How do they get outside? Why is this a problem?
Anadoltia now has flashbacks to Crixus and the owlbear. And she just says, I do not want to find out.
All right, you know what to do, Euchaunkas. Let's go.
All right.
That was a great handoff to Euchaunkas there. So Euchaunkas, what do you do?
I
we both know the plan.
I follow Fox's lead.
Yeah, the plan. We know this is natural. We do this all the time. All right.
Of course.
I think what's happening here is they'd like to roll to do the thing.
Let's do the thing.
Anadoltia said, if they do the thing, she wants to be inside a portable hole when it happens.
I'll pull out the Fly Lord. I had to do it again.
What are you doing with the Fly Lord?
We're getting inside.
Yeah.
All right, roll to do the thing. That's how you want to play it.
Which of us should roll? You know what, Fox? Why don't you
I
roll?
can do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
And of course, I'm helping you do the thing.
God damn it.
Why do you have I'm just curious. How did you calculate the bonus to that?
It's if I were to use my Fly Lord, I would probably use it to gross him out, which would be like a charisma check, I suppose.
You know what? You get it. you got it. I just was curious if there was a method to your madness on that particular skill check. So you guys do the thing. You get into the big snake. I know the thing that you were gonna do, and you guys do that.
We all know the thing we were going to do.
Euchaunkas, you got it.
It's a classic thing. There's a moment.
We've done it before. We've won boss fights like.
You've beaten a lot of bosses this way. You guys finish it, and
Let us never speak of it again.
the Ouroboros.
We don't want. It's not appropriate for TV.
The Ouroboros is, as basically every opponent that you've ever encountered is, definitely susceptible to this particular thing.
Yeah.
You open the mouth of the infinite snake and step inside, and you find yourself inside of the Ouroboros. It's not too bad in here. You thought it was going to be kind of a lot more, for lack of a better term, fleshy, but it's the inside of it. It's almost more like kind of red
like
and
a full
orange
city.
and yellow scales that you're kind of walking over on the inside of the creature here.
Weird.
And it just seems to kind of loop It just seems to loop.
Any you want to
While
in
we're
here?
traveling and everything, Anadoltia will just unsummon Lady Molly because she don't want to subject her to anything else in the future.
What are all of your passive perceptions as you get into the creature?
19.
10.
16.
Sword?
15.
15. So, Euchaunkas, you would be the first to notice. This is something that all of you would eventually notice. But up ahead, for one thing, something that all of you, except for I think Anadoltia, has completely picked out. You're walking around in a circle, and you can tell that it's roughly the dimensions from the outside of the. It's roughly the dimensions from the outside of the snake itself as you're kind of walking around it. And the curve of the wall feels natural, but it's not repeating itself. And as you're kind of making loops around the inside of this, you are just moving forward down this corridor. Euchaunkas, you're the first one to notice, one, that this thing is not repeating itself, and two, that eventually you can hear what sound like footsteps up ahead.
I hear footsteps. Probably you on tea. Or someone lost.
Do you guys speak Yuan-Ti? I mean, I got a snake in my pants, but that doesn't help. I'll like pull out a snake from my towel.
Why do you just keep that with you?
I got a whole bunch of things here. I'll pull out something else from the bag of treats and. Let's see what I get. Roll D6.
Thinking about it, how could someone get lost in here? It's a straight way.
You won't be surprised how many people get lost on this straight path.
So what do you guys do? Like I said, Euchaunkas is the first one to notice this. What do you guys do as you notice this? Do you just keep walking normally as you have been?
Anadoltia will ask one of them to just hold her like a doll. Yeah, like Anadoltia is pretty much using the false appearance for the moment.
I pull out a full-size zombie.
Do you actually have the ability to do that?
Yeah, the bag of treats and treats.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
There's a zombie that's walking around right now next to you.
Do you want to see what other traits I got up my sleeve?
Euchaunkas sword. Are you guys doing anything, or are you just
I
walking
pick up Anadoltia.
All right. Sword. Anything?
I examine Anadoltia for strings as per usual.
Anadoltia really wants to hit Euchaunkas, but she just wants to try to be a doll as much as possible. So what can
So,
Yeah.
in that case, eventually, just rounding the corridor and kind of walking up, the curve of it has you seeing them from a relatively far way off. And you can see walking around the corridor, it appears to be a humanoid body and a snake head that's walking with what looks like a scimitar that is kind of made from the same sort of scales that line the inside of the snake's infinite stomach, this eternal plane that you're walking around here. And he sees you guys, because he didn't really make any move. And the second he sees you, you just hear him go, shit. And he turns around and begins running away down the opposite end of the plane.
Get him!
What do you do?
is this a Yuan-Ti?
Yeah, it appeared to be a humanoid body with a snake head.
Okay, Anadoltia will actually use one of her spell slots to do something then. Give me a second. Now, he's just running away, right?
Yeah, but he's also running away around a curve, so he ran backwards and kind of out of your immediate field of vision, unless you're trying to close distance in some meaningful way.
Well, or is whoever told me closing distance?
I'm running.
Euchaunkas, you're just chasing after him, and
Okay.
you hear...
Yes, since Anadoltia's being carried by Euchaunkas.
All right, you ready in action to cast Dalish Dominion in the moment that you're able to see this Yuan T. At the moment, Euchaunkas, you're just kind of, your speed's 30, right?
Yes.
You're just kind of keeping pace with him right now, and he's kind of like just a little bit further up ahead, just for like a second every once in a while. You might see like a tail, but it's not enough for you and Anadoltia to lock on to cast the spell. But you hear him kind of calling back, "What are you even doing here?"
Can I chase after him too? I'm a little bit faster with my bonus action, extra 30. And I did want to try using the tentacle rod on him. It's got 15-foot reach.
Okay, you inevitably will catch up to him with your extra movement speed, and so he's kind of yelling back at you, Euchaunkas. Meanwhile, Fawkes, you're for a little while. I think you're just. I imagine you're just kind of like running alongside of Euchaunkas at your normal pace, and then you kick it into overdrive with the Gears of War, the Greaves of War. The Gears of War is a video game, and begin doubling your speed after this Yuan T, who's running forward, and he sees you coming after him, and his eyes just kind of like widen as you start closing the distance pretty quickly. Sword, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just sort of confused.
I'm chasing after.
All right, so Fawkes, you're, like I said, just gaining on this individual. What do you do when you get up? He's just kind of, he kind of looks back at you as you're just closing the distance with your Greaves of War. And
I'll just sort of like lean back a bit, and then tentacles will come out of my towel from my waist and like grab on. Oh yeah, I can do that too. I shall roll the attack. I think it is a +9 to hit.
+9, yeah, flat +9. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Uh, 15 is absolutely going to hit. Does that grapple, or does it just do damage?
Well, actually, you need to have all 3 attacks hit to grapple.
All
but
right,
I can do an extra. Yeah.
Yeah, roll the 2 more attacks. Yeah, it's just like a special full round action to use that.
Yeah.
So. Unfortunately, the 11 just misses. And go ahead and roll damage on those.
All right.
Oof, not great for him. 20 points of damage. You see the Yuan T goes, "Fine, if we're going to have to do this." He wheels around and is going to make a he's going to make a bite attack against you. For fuck's sakes, he goes to bite onto you. He sinks his teeth into your shoulder, not realizing that there's invisible armor upon it, assuming that you just have a towel. And the second he stops for a moment to do so, Euchaunkas carrying on Anadoltia catches up, and he has to make a wisdom saving throw, I believe, right?
Unfortunately, since he got hostile now, I'll probably have to not use that then.
Can you not use it on a hostile? I believe you can use it on a hostile.
I mean, I can, but it makes it gives them advantage.
Oh, it gives them advantage on it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you already had readied the action, so the spell's starting to cast. So I think if you don't use it, it wastes the spell slot. So would you want to just do it anyway and just give it a shot?
Might as well. I mean,
They also get an action too, right?
13.
they feel it.
Yeah. So you watch as soon as they wheel around and go to bite down on you, they miss sinking their teeth into your armor. And Anadoltia, immediately you take hold of this Yuan T, who just kind of like stops and like rears his head back, and you see there's just, fuck's sakes, just a glaze in this Yuan T's eyes for a moment.
I'm just sort of like, okay.
And since Anadoltia can telepathically give it commands now, no action required. Okay, Anadoltia will pretty much tell it to answer Fawkes' questions.
And you watch as the Yuan T just kind of slowly bows his head towards you, Anadoltia, and looks towards you, Fawkes 6, slowly turning his head towards you. What would you ask?
Oh, hey. It's, nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Taf Raklin.
Alright, well, Taf.
Taf.
Tafa.
T-A-T-H-H-H.
No. I'll call you Taf. Anyways, where, God. Where, like, hold on, I need to calm down. Okay, everyone sit down, let's have a drink.
The Yuan just kind of like looks over towards you, Anadoltia. Also, keep in mind that this only lasts for a minute, so you're burning time right now. So,
yeah, I'll pop open my flask and have
Fawkes is taking maybe 15 seconds right now as he says, "Let's have a drink."
Okay, so quick, where are you from? Where are you going? Who are your friends? How many of them are you? I don't know.
He kind of stops for a moment as he processes all of your questions, and he goes, I was just out for a walk because I got in a fight with one of my buddies who's down there. I wasn't going anywhere in particular, I just needed some time to decompress. All of this invasion planning is getting a little bit frustrating.
What do you mean by invasion? What's happening?
The Yuan overlords are going to exit the Ouroboros soon. We will bring 1,000 years of snakes upon the material world.
I don't like that.
How can we stop you?
You can't.
Yeah, at this point, Anadoltia just pretty much orders him to, like, okay, go back to your friends and tell them there's trouble.
And he starts kind of walking, and then the spell ends, and he looks back at you and he goes, "Ha! Joke's on you! That's what I was going to do anyway!" And he starts...
you just be chill?
And he starts running, going from walking while under the dominate person to sprinting as he goes to warn, presumably his friends, which are up ahead.
Which then, while he's running, Anadoltia says, "I hope you and your friends make up soon."
Why did it have to be snakes?
I'm gonna eat that guy.
Oh no!
You guys are so unreasonable.
Yeah, I know. Snakes, stupid snakes.
Sword, what are you up to?
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
That's a great question. In that case, yeah, you guys just walk ahead. Just forward march.
Ain't nowhere else to go.
Yeah, you can go back. There's still there's two directions here, which are forward and back. But you choose the former of the two.
I didn't know Euchaunkas was so anti-serpentist.
One time when fighting Yuan, I converted a monkey.
That's an interesting anecdote.
And then he converted all of his friends to the cloud.
Barbara, can you go ahead for us?
Who, me?
No, I'm talking to my zombie pal.
I don't believe that zombie... Go ahead and make me a persuasion check on Barbara, because I don't think the zombies summoned by your bag of tricks are actually, they're not obedient to you. They just do it.
Yeah, they're friendly to you and your companion, and you can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves.
Really? From the bag of tricks, huh?
And what action it takes on its next turn. Yeah, so I can also give it general orders, such as attack your enemies. So just scout on ahead for me. It's like walking.
All right. Barbara kind of goes, and begins kind of moving forward, and you just have Barbara as kind of like the canary in the coal mine here as you guys are walking, and eventually you reach a point where Barbara starts walking closer, and you just watch as Barbara kind of starts to look back towards you, Fawkes, and then you just watch as like 10 arrows fly out and pierce through Barbara, and Barbara just kind of falls over onto the ground.
Bye-bye, Barbara.
You know, So, if this is like a one-way street, we could just stop them from coming out if we just stand here. Or we could just block up the Ouroboros.
But doesn't snakes have like 2 ways, like everything else?
Are you suggesting... But no, it's an infinite loop, isn't it?
Yeah, it would just poop into its own mouth.
Yeah, exactly. And just eat its poop.
Yeah.
Actually, this place is pretty disgusting now.
Eats its own tail. No need to get that into the mix. The Ouroboros is a mythical creature.
Well, everything's got to poop. It's like that human centipede.
More of a
I know.
philosophical ideal than it is
Imagine if the human centipede looped back into itself. It'd just be
something
like
that,
a poop train.
it's closed cycle. Anyway, this is all not a topic that we need to go down. And instead, a zombie just died to a bunch of arrows.
Poor guy. Or girl. I don't know.
Barba's a guy name. I don't know, I just called them Barba. They're kind of too, like, zombie for me to...
Hmm.
The name tag said it's Barba anyways. Wait, how did they get into my bag? I must have forgot. Anyways.
Why'd they get a name tag?
People have name tags. Maybe they were like a carnival worker or something. Hell if I remember.
So, did we see like how high at a point that the arrow shot at?
I mean, they came in at a direct angle. They just came straight in.
Okay. So pretty much at any angle it will fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little tough. Go ahead and make me an perception check, a retroactive perception check in the moment.
Okay.
See if you can tell anything. 12. Do you actually have a +9 to that?
Actually, I don't think I should. Wait. See, oh, that's on to hearing. I forgot to turn that off. So.
Okay. So just a 12.
Yeah, just a 12.
You can't really tell. I mean, they got shot with a bunch of arrows. Tough to say where the arrows came from.
I assume there's
other
no
than
cover.
Over there. There does not appear at the moment to be cover. Just an open snake belly.
So if we walk forward, we get shot by arrows. Anyone got any ideas?
We could try to hide, I guess. Quick, pretend like we're dead.
Hey, they're vulnerable to light, right?
Maybe sunlight.
No cover. Can I make a nature check or something in that vein? Or
Yeah, go ahead and make a nature check. I'll give you advantage because you have a grudge against Yuan too.
great. 16.
They are not particularly vulnerable to light.
No, they don't care.
Damn.
Okay, Anadoltia like just looks to like one of the other three says, "Well, I can give you a little bit of a boost against them, but I can't really guarantee anything." So, and she'll probably tap Fawkes on the or pat Fawkes on the head with that.
You what? What? What did you just do?
I gave you resistance.
Okay.
A D4 to your next save.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. It's like, thanks for the head pat.
She pretty much just like taps you on the head and says, "Okay, go over there."
You hear a voice call out as you guys are like having this conversation right around the bend. You hear a voice kind of call out from up ahead. Toth told us everything. We know that there's 3 more of you. Come out and meet your doom.
Why would we do that?
Don't then. Fine.
Euchaunkas, wait. Anadoltia like whispers to Euchaunkas and goes, he said 3, not 4.
Yeah, he doesn't know about you.
All right, I'll continue to be a Dalian.
Okay, wait a minute. What if we What if we pried some of these scales off the inside of this thing
That's another
and
creepy
used them as shields? How big are the scales?
Oh, I got an idea. Take some of these scales and make us seem more serpentine, and I'll use thaumaturgy to change the appearance of our eyes. They look serpentine.
There's some pretty big scales.
Mine kind of already do that.
They're big enough scales. You can rip some scales off the wall.
And use them as, like, cover?
It would be kind of like a, this would be kind of a, I don't know if cover would be the right word. Like, you wouldn't be battle effective, but you could hold a couple of them in both hands. You basically would have to only be holding those. You wouldn't be able to fight with these things, but yeah, I think it would count with cover if you used them in that regard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All right, we could just use the scales as cover.
But then what do? Is we get pelted with arrows.
Well, it'll hit the scales, and then once we're in,
Wait, where do they get all these, like... How do they get arrows in here? What's this, like, this ecosystem inside of the Ouroboros?
I don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me either.
Wait, how much, like, is the bend? If it's, like... Because they can't see us if there's, the bend, and it's 30 feet, right?
Yeah, it sounds right.
Which was, like, the girth and diameter? Okay. So, I don't think it's that far they can shoot us from anyway.
I could do the math on that, but yeah, it's not like a crazy huge gap to get to the point where they kind of fall off the horizon. And you know the exact point. Yeah. And you know the exact point where you come into sight because you saw where Barbara went down.
How far is that from us?
You're as far back from that as you want to be.
I go just short of that.
Okay. Kind of hugging the wall, I imagine.
Yeah.
And I'll be hugging Euchaunkas.
All right.
Do you mind if I move my arms a bit?
I'm going to ready a thaumaturgy to distract them by creating...
I peek around the corner. Or bend, whatever.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
And those are like taps Euchaunkas on the head in that case.
I think that you're maybe the only person that could get away with this because you are also scales and blend in maybe a little bit, but you kind of poke your head out around the corner, and you see, oh, they're here! As you look up ahead, you can see that they have constructed kind of what you wanted to do, Euchaunkas. What looks like almost a palisade in like a gateway out of scales is what the inside of this looks like. And you can see there's like a whole bunch of them that are like firing through arrow slots up ahead. These look like, a lot of them look like Yuan-Ti purebloods, just almost more human than snake, as they are firing arrows that are also tipped with what look like sharpened scales that are kind of flying in your direction. You just poke your head out, so you're not really at risk to get shot here. You can just pull your head back, but a couple of arrows fly past.
How far were they?
30 feet.
Oh, okay. All right. I pull back. Well, they know we're here.
Yeah, they knew we were here before they knew we were right here.
That's true. I can teleport behind them.
Oh.
With one other person.
Wait, how would this, like, teleport through the infinite sake work, though?
I don't know, it's just distance-wise. I can see behind them, so...
Oh, okay.
And also, I look to Euchaunkas and says, if you could teleport me behind them, I could do something with some light.
Well, they're kind of unreasonable. I'm down with just, like, getting rid of them. Hey! Do you guys want to, like, reason for a bit so we don't have to kill all of you, or... Because, like, do you know who we are?
Not really. I assume
Okay,
it's just very strange. This is sort of a closed system. It's strange to see anyone come in from the outside.
Well, we did the thing.
We did the thing. Can you do the thing? How are you gonna get out?
We're gonna commune with Ouroboros.
Can you do that?
How did you get in?
We did the thing.
Yeah, we did the thing.
All right. What are you here for? We could work together to kind of take over the land and to spread snakes far and wide. You could be indoctrinated and become Yuan-Ti yourself.
Why did you want to take over the land? You have like an infinite snake over here. Like, what's good out there for you? Have you even you've never been out there?
Okay, I want you to think about what you're saying right now. Like, what's good about an infinite snake exactly?
It's infinite though. You have like infinite land.
Yeah, we have infinite land, but we're inside of a snake. It's
Yeah,
not
but you have like
You could build a kingdom. It's like a utopia.
We have done that, but it's a straight line. It's hard to get. There's very little privacy. Anytime anyone needs to go anywhere, they have to walk through your whole area. Like, it's just not an ideal living situation.
How did you even get in here in the first?
Smartened. Born of Ouroboros' poison.
Are you like part of his like immune system?
Hold on a second. You hear some like kind of bickering, and some like kind of like whispered discussion, and a little while later, you watch as the snake-headed Yuan-Ti from before kind of walks out with his arms up.
Yeah.
He looks over at the group of you. All right. Hi.
Hi.
It's nice to see you all again.
Is it?
It's fine. What do you want? What do you want from us?
We want you to stay in here forever.
No. That's a hard no. So
we could allow you like plane trips, I guess, if you want to visit.
Okay, now we're opening. Do you want to open negotiations? Are you interested in that?
Yeah, sure. You know what? We'll open negotiations.
Okay. We'll bring you. He kind of like looks like into the middle distance for a moment to the anathema.
Okay.
As a show of good faith, if you could all, we won't threaten you under weapons or anything, but if you could leave your weapons, that would be more appreciated.
If things go sideways, then we need the weapon.
Well, we're saying that, if things go sideways, how about we promise to bring you back out to here and you can get him back again?
Okay, it sounds weird, but I am a weapon.
Yeah, my body is the weapon.
Oh, that's very cool. He says he doesn't seem to think it's cool when he said it, but I don't know why he would say that if he didn't believe it, but that's what he said.
My name is the sword that cuts the heavens.
All right, well, just leave the literal sword there and we're fine.
Okay, I guess I have this hammer that I carry around for show. I'll put it down.
I'll drop my rusty blade.
Yeah. All right, you drop your stuff. Do you guys all leave behind your shit?
Anadoltia is still pretending to be a doll.
Oh, fair enough.
She's just a toy. Yeah. Do you mind if we let him bring in his toy doll? It's kind of like comforting for him.
Yeah, I don't go anywhere without it.
I mean, yeah, of course you can bring in a doll. It's not a... Honestly, the fact that you brought it up makes me feel like it's more than that.
What do you mean, more than...
No, it's just some people are creeped out.
It is more than that.
Go ahead and make me a deception check.
I'm helping Fawkes, I assume.
Yeah. Advantage, you help, 25, and they go, yeah, fine, whatever, bring the doll in.
And you guys know so much about the outside world if all you've known is just inside of Ouroboros?
And he kind of looks off into the middle distance again as he says, "The anathema."
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's like speak common.
Um,
I'm so glad we understand each other.
It would be really inconvenient if we just kind of hissed at you, wouldn't it be?
Yeah. It's not like I had that happen to me before.
He kind of walks over and they make sure that your weapons are firmly on the ground. Sword, do you leave behind your stuff? Do you agree to this?
Yeah, I'll leave my stuff behind.
And they lead you past this kind of scale barricade, and you kind of starting to see what he means as you start walking along the central path. There are sections of it as you're moving through what looks like an entire Yuan-Ti culture that you're walking through. There are Yuan-Ti that are just like staring at you as you go by. There's just lots of just snakes, not even Yuan-Ti, just a lot of snakes that are kind of slithering around through here. And the scale houses on the inside are like very cramped together. There's definitely a lot of points where you have to just walk through somebody's section of the inside of the snake, and they're just like having like a nice family dinner and you disturb them until you get to the point where there's a little bit more. It's a slightly more elaborate barricade that you see up ahead, and he says, "You approach the anathema's chambers."
This reminds me of where I met Sarah. No, wait, what was her name?
And you watch as the Yuan-Ti kind of makes an elaborate kind of series of hisses to another Yuan-Ti who's standing, and they kind of turn a crank, opening the chamber. It opens in a kind of a cool circular fashion, and the inside of this space is completely pitch black.
So we're supposed to go in, and you're not gonna drop the door behind us.
No, we're going to drop the door behind you, but when you're ready to leave, we'll reopen it.
It's kind of dark in here. Like, is there a light or something?
The lights are going to come on when you go in. It's kind of one of the things. It's a little.
Really
she likes to like make the lights come on. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Act
As a fellow king.
Act
Okay.
impressed if you can.
Okay. I'll try my best.
I'll try to pretend to be frightened.
The door opens. The circular door opens. Do you guys all walk in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door closes behind you, and surely enough, after that, you watch in kind of a ring around the outside of the room. Blue and sort of green flames kind of appear on torches as it illuminates the large silhouette of an absolutely massive Yuan-Ti abomination. 5 snake heads kind of looking down at you, long clawed hands ending in a long serpentine body as the Yuan-Ti anathema looks over the group of you. Welcome.
Ooh.
I'm so scared. Oh, it's intimidating.
You watch as they kind of swell a little bit. They kind of hold themselves even a little bit straighter. Actually, go ahead and make me a deception check, Farku. No. Go ahead and make me a deception check. Yeah, that's actually, I think,
right.
the right.
That's about right.
Yeah. You watch as they were swelling for a brief moment when Euchaunkas went ooh, and then as you say that, you see them kind of deflate a bit. And I'm told that you're here to remove us from our home.
No, we want you to keep you here.
Okay,
we're happy to help, like, let you stay.
Okay, so we're not going to. Okay, let's cut to brass tacks here. One of the heads says, and they're speaking in turn, and each head is saying a different word, but they all have the same voice, so it doesn't actually make an interesting effect. It all just sounds the same, but it looks very impressive as they all kind of talk in this round. So this 5-headed snake kind of continues. From what I was told, you were here. You want us to stay forever trapped. We planned to spread our entire dominion over the realm, the entire land of DnDTime, first to the plane of dreams, and then to the land of DnDTime, taking it over and turning it into a world of snakes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm cool with like letting you out. Like you don't have to be stuck here, but like this sort of whole Dominion thing's kind of a bump.
It's a lovely doll, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I had to say about that. It's just a very nice doll. What do you think? She looks kind of past towards you, Sword.
So, why do you need to like go around and try to take over another area?
Yes, that's the crux of it. We don't like it in here.
Yeah, yes, but I mean, like, why must you take over some other land?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
if you think about it, if you go out and just make it a dominion of snakes, it'll just be like you're in here, but out there.
Here's what we're worried about.
Mm.
We are unsatisfied with the inside of this big snake, and
Yeah.
this is an infinite plane.
Yeah,
So
kind of a
if
boring plane.
it's a boring one, sure, but if we weren't satisfied with infinity, we're worried that if we don't have all of the space, it's not going to be enough.
I mean,
I'm really looking forward to more distance. I've heard that out there, in my visions, I have visions. It's a whole story, but they kind of reach their hand up. I've heard that out there that it's higher. You can go higher.
well, there's like
Yeah.
infinite space here, though. I mean, have you asked Ouroboros about this at all? Like, are they cool?
Ouroboros
kind of like-
works in mysterious ways.
Okay, let me explain to you how this is gonna work. Okay, just as a base, as things stand right now, unless we can come to some greater agreement. Okay. All right. If you refuse all of our offers, we will kill you and everyone here.
All right.
That's non-negotiable. Even if you
Okay.
kill us, we
Okay,
will
let's
go
be-
back
let's
to
be
our
real.
world.
Let's get real. Likewise, if you refuse all of our offers, we're also going to kill you. You know that thing about dropping your weapons? We're not gonna give you back your weapons.
That's fine.
We're
I
just
have
gonna kill you.
I
right
have
This is why
plenty
we're
of
here.
weapons in my stomach, and I can just throw them up and give them to everyone. Anyway,
Make a deception check.
Euchaunkas eats weapons.
You have mundane weapons.
I
Okay.
will
Yeah,
hit
oh,
people.
Okay.
They're mundane. Let's be very clear.
And
I
you
will
take some
slap
slashing
somebody with a
damage on the way out if you do that. But okay, okay, we'll allow it. All right. Anyway, how do you
I
have
have
that much room?
I have a not
You
quite
have
infinite
no
stomach.
idea.
And you say you have an infinite stomach? Is that what you just said?
Not quite infinite stomach, but you know, there's a lot.
They look at you and their heads all kind of like turn to you. Are you a young Ouroboros?
Maybe more of a. Okay, here. Let me finish my pitch with you. Okay, so you. Okay, let's say somehow you managed to beat us, which is funny, even though there's 4 of us, 3 of us.
I have 5 heads, so you're outnumbered.
Okay, so I have.
I
5th
will
level
pull
spell.
more people out of this bag.
Yeah,
I'm
we
way
can.
stronger than you guys. This is all immaterial.
Do you
Okay,
want to flex?
all right.
Just tell me you're.
You kill us, we don't
Yeah.
actually die. Because we have a guy on the other side that'll bring us back. So as many times as you throw yourselves at us, we're just gonna come back and kill you. You cannot win.
It's bad
Right.
for me.
And all your minions. Also, like, he just sent 4 of us, but there's others like us that are as strong. On
Well, he's confident enough to just send 4 people against an entire
that too.
like.
He told us there was gonna be a lot of you here, and he sent 4 people.
He didn't. He like knew about this whole situation. He just sent you.
Yes.
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah,
he's
he
even
was
stronger
here.
than us. Like if he wanted to himself, he had to take this on. You're gone.
All right, make an intimidation check. You're
I-
talking a lot of sense.
well, is it intimidation or persuasion? I guess we're helping each other or whatever. So.
I think. Yeah, I'll give you advantage on intimidation. This is definitely, I think, intimidation. And I'll give you advantage on it for 14?
Okay, 14.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking a little bit thrown off. Anadoltia, you're just been a doll this whole time, and Euchaunkas' hand as this whole conversation's been happening. What have you been doing?
Like
What's
waiting.
Anadoltia's thinking?
Yeah, I imagine I am
Anadoltia is
gesturing.
just like she's not really doing anything at the moment, but
Just, like, subtly casting magic on them.
not quite. Like if it comes to and whoever this creature is decides to actually cast a spell, Anadoltia will quickly move to counterspell it. But since that hasn't happened yet, yeah, she's just remaining doll at the moment.
I imagine Euchaunkas is doing like ventriloquism.
I imagine I'm moving her hands occasionally to demonstrate points.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm thinking about this though. You said that he just sent 4 of you. That zombie was super weak.
Yeah, that was the weak link. Okay.
Oh no, I don't know where they came from.
Zombie was expendable. We just kind of threw him out there, so...
No, they were my
So-
buddy. They just wanted to come out, come along,
So
get some
let's
fresh
be clear.
air,
He
but
really
guys
just
were-
sent the 3 of us.
All right, I'll buy it. Anyway, okay, so you're saying that we eternally will be locked in an eternal struggle, just like we're sort of trapped in this more metaphorical battle to live inside the snake here. Okay. So that's also a bad situation. No, I don't want that. None of us would
Right.
want that.
Yeah.
But I think in the same vein, while I don't personally wish to die, you also don't want to fight an eternity of snakes in the belly of this giant snakes, because we'll keep coming back to. It'll just be different ones. We don't get to keep our...
Yeah, from the way he put it, we can just sort of like cull you every once in a while, and we're kind of in that state as it is.
I mean, it's just our jobs to do stuff.
We're not
You watch as the eyes... you watch as the eyes kind of widen a little bit. You are the great gods of destruction.
I just wanted to mention, by the way, like, he has a thing where he has to send 4 people no matter what. So, you know, every once in a while, he sort of have a guy. Doesn't really do anything. It happens to me a lot. I carry them. It's like no big deal. But anyway.
All right, if you can... I want to get out of this snake.
Yeah,
How
I
are we gonna make-
understand.
How are we going to make that work?
Okay, well, first off, I would offer for you and your current batch of people, you can come live with me in the Wilderwold and worship the cloud, but that is a necessary part.
Yeah. Well, I also have like a whole like nation of disenfranchised people. If you want to like join and be cool with us, but you gotta follow the rules. And is there like any way, like, do you guys just keep spawning? Is it gonna be infinite, or like can you like chill on the population sort of front? So you know,
No, it
you
is
can't,
said
like-
when the great migration happens and we someday rule the surface, that we will eternally rest in the full of the world.
Yeah, that's never going to happen because even on the off chance you beat me and Bartholomew and Fawkes and Sword and all of the other adventurers, there's 8 great evils.
You watch as her eyes just kind of gloss over as you said that, and she goes, "It sounded like you said there's
a lot of other things that could fuck you up, like a big green
Yeah,
sun.
you're not. If you think you can just take everything, go ahead. There's a whole
something
lot.
about ape weevils. Doesn't sound pleasant.
That part's not
Watch
important.
out for those. Watch
you-
out for those too.
What you need to know is there are other factions throughout the world that will also combat you because they want to remain in power and they would not want you to be in power. So you'd be facing our group, who tends to fight those other groups, plus those other groups.
All right. Okay, that's bad.
Yeah.
Honestly,
like,
All right,
and
so I don't wanna-
after you like taken over everything, you're still in the same problem where it's like, oh, there's still infinite people, and it's gonna suck.
All right. So no, once we leave here, we're not infinite anymore. So here's the deal.
What?
I'm going to. I said it's once we make the migration, our people will live there for eternity and no longer be bound to Ouroboros. It's a whole thing. It doesn't matter. Here's what I'm going to propose. We go out. Maybe we just find our own nice spot. We'll pick one where no one's living right now, and we'll take that.
Yeah. Like I was about to say, there's plenty of like unused space for you to, have your own trip.
Yeah, I'm not down to worship the cloud. I don't even know what a cloud is.
Oh, the clouds, you're going to become familiar with it.
If you really need to, like I can help you out so that you aren't bulldozed by every single other nation in the world. That's sort of like what I do.
Yeah, I
so
can't
people
make
don't
any
get, like,
promises
weakened.
that outside
Like,
of
I'm-
this, if you
I'm
don't
pretty
worship
good
the
with
cloud, that I won't, do horrible things to your people.
Frogs, suddenly they begin to snap and begin to cast a spell. Do you do anything? You watch as they start making magical hand gestures and sort of weaving weaving together
so I
arcane
know
symbols
the
in the air.
spell they're casting, right?
You know that they're casting a spell. You're not sure what spell they're casting.
All right. So yes, and Anadoltia, since Euchaunkas is moving my hands up and down every now and then, I would cast counterspell.
All right. You watch as they begin weaving this spell, and Anadoltia, you just kind of hold out your hands and counterspell, and you watch as the sigil that they were tracing in the air just shatters, and they look down, and Yuanti goes, "What the hell?"
What did you just do?
Yeah, what was that? Don't try anything.
I was about to cast animal friendship and get a bunch of snakes in here, and they were going to start writing up a contract.
All right, well, okay, you can do that again.
Sorry, it's
They look down at Anadoltia,
You
and
should
they
have
kind
warned
of
us.
why would I have to warn you about an animal friendship spell? They lean down and are looking very closely now at you, Anadoltia.
First of all, when they said they were going to have the creature write a contract, can I make an insight check?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
That's a good point.
They seemed like that's... So when you say insight, that seems like they were being honest about that's what they were trying to do with that spell.
All right.
you got a snake's tongue.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have this doll, I make it do things and then it counters spells.
Make a deception check with disadvantage. Oh, 16?
Yep.
They'll roll. They'll roll to public.
Yeah.
What? Oh, okay.
Huh, that's a crazy doll.
Yeah, we have all sorts of magic items. I have this shield and it can turn into a wall.
Those
Man,
are magic items.
I'm super surprised you didn't use that before. They said you were there, debating what to use for cover. If you had a shield that could turn into a wall.
I thought about using it, and then I was like, why even bother? I can just, probably walk up and teleport behind them and then blow them all up, but...
I guess that's an option, too. Those guys were kind of chumps over by the wall. They really scared you with those arrows, huh?
Yeah, they weren't a huge threat.
And they kind of continue for a while.
It was more the tedious thing. They're kind of annoying to get shot by arrows and, plow through your entire kingdom in a one-way, sprawling sort of fighting game.
I get you on that. Anyway, so, I don't know. I think we might have a deal. And they begin having a bunch of snakes as they cast Animal Friendship, a bunch of snakes kind of come over and begin kind of writing up a contract. So you're not going to exterminate us. We're going to get a place to live. We're not going to worship the cloud. We're going to just sort of take in our own area and we'll enjoy it and we'll kind of play it by ear from there.
I can help you out with that. That's what I was saying.
Let's say we'll meet up and reassess in maybe a year.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, now here's a serious question for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to fight me still?
Did you
That's
want
a rather odd question.
I'm just
Do
saying,
you want to prove something?
It just seemed like there was a lot of who's tougher than who, a lot of kind of back and forth, and
I don't need the answer to that question. I know the answer.
All right, that's a really cool thing to say. I wish I thought of it, but here we are. What do the rest of you think?
Well, if you wanted to make a bet, we could, sort something out. Whoever.
is this sort of I guess the bottom line, is this sort of a satisfying resolution? Do you feel like you've completed this whole transaction?
I mean, I feel pretty fulfilled.
Oh, that's good.
Out of character, I'd be down to like make them,
feel satisfied without slot.
Well, asking that in character, Sword, you say that you're satisfied without slaughter. Is that what you said?
No, I said go ahead and take it because it's rare you'll ever get him to be satisfied without slaughter.
Oh, all right, if that's how you feel.
Well,
no, they kind of like look over down towards the doll, and Euchaunkas said, "No one else has anything to say."
Are you sure about this? Like,
down. I'm down with this whole contract.
No, but like just going out by yourself, like, not think you're gonna be cool.
What? Oh, I'm fine in that. All that. It's just really what I'm saying is, are you satisfied with the agreement? Are all of you satisfied with the agreement that we put together?
I'm comfortable.
I have a question. Is Euchaunkas still like moving me around?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I imagine occasionally.
All right. Then all of a sudden you just hear Anadoltia just say, "Crazy cloud."
Oh my God, that's super creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Praise the cloud with what I said through the doll.
All right. Well, I guess
I just want to make sure that like I'm, that I could help you, or like everything's good for you and your best interests.
I mean, you guys can, exchange contact information and all that if that's like something you two want to do.
Like I have some sort of.
So I don't know. I think we call this a deal. They watch as they take their giant clawed hand and put it out in front of all of you, and they kind of take their tail and just take one of their fangs, rip one out. Another one immediately grows back, and they drip poison in something of a signature on the contract that's been written.
All right. Well, I guess sure. Yeah. Fine.
All right, I'll do my thing, you guys do your thing, and we'll both get out of this snake, huh?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
We'll relay everything to Bartholomew and have him look it over and let him know you guys are no longer, just point it out to him that he won't bother with any more.
Well, we're gonna review in a year.
I just wanted to say you have very nice skills.
Thank you very much. I know, I was aware. They kind of look down. I am the anathema. I am unto a god. So let's get out of here. I have to talk to my people and tell them that the day of migration is nigh. But you guys do your own thing, and we'll find ourselves a nice, quiet piece of. Can you recommend something hot somewhere that is very hot?
There's plenty of room out in the Alps desert.
Yeah, Alabama.
Oh,
it's dry. It's hot.
That sounds pretty good. We'll try that out first.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of elevation.
I don't know what that means.
Weren't you talking about like how there's like?
You wanted to go
you're
up.
talking before about how like is there more up? Was basically the question.
It's just all the way up from there.
All open space.
So
all the up you can.
So you're saying it's up, like this is around.
Yeah.
All right, I'm very excited now.
And when you're in the middle of it, it feels like every direction is like this is around.
Yeah, instead of like it just going back and forth, it's like that, but like everywhere, 360.
I forgot to. I'm sorry.
Going to feel infinite in every direction.
Ouroboros commands me to say that I'm sick of all of these goddamn snakes in this goddamn Demiplane. So I'm going to get it out of here. I will see you all on the outside.
Yeah,
Who
that sounds
put
good.
all these damn snakes in this goddamn Demiplane.
And you guys successfully completed this adventure, I guess. You guys do the thing. You get back out. I'm sure there's some travel. There's some meat balloons. You wake up.
Did we want to fight the anthem? The anthema?
I think that avenue has now sealed itself, and yeah, you guys won. You go back to eventually Bartholomew's shop, and you find yourself standing before Bartholomew, who says, "Greetings, adventurers! You've slain the snakes."
No, we made a deal for them to set up their own home
Well, I
and not try and
told
take
you
over
to
the
go
world.
in and just kill a bunch of snakes. That was sort of the whole point of this adventure.
We did kill.
We didn't kill any of them, but hold on.
Kill a single snake. I heard that when you just said we did kill, my incredible insight allowed me to know that you were lying when you didn't even realize it.
All right, here, let me put it this way. We killed an incredible amount of future snakes, because now that we've made them a home on this world, there will be no more snakes coming out of Ouroboros.
You didn't let me finish.
All right, go ahead and finish.
We killed an infinite amount of snakes.
We did kill the snake that was the problem.
Make a persuasion check, Euchaunkas. With advantage. All right, we'll count it. And Bartholomew reaches into his counter, reaches behind his counter and pulls out 300 Bartholomew bucks for each of you, hands them out, passes them around in what perhaps was, well, do any of you want to shop?
Yes.
Go ahead and...
Wait, Bartholomew, you actually paid them for that?
Yeah,
They didn't kill any snakes.
We killed an infinite number of snakes.
You just said he killed an infinite amount of
We
snakes.
solved the snake problem for good.
I have an infinite amount of vacation time?
That's a very good bit, Roger. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check, Roger.
Oh, wait, I have a stat block in here somewhere. Give me a
I
minute.
would like to impose disadvantage by saying no, he doesn't.
I already had done it in my mind. I'd already given him an invisible disadvantage on this check.
Oh, I'm not proficient in persuasion.
Against a contest against his persuasion to
I got a
say
10.
he does.
That sounds... I think you knew that you got a 10 before you rolled.
I have a +10 to my persuasion.
Well, that's not necessarily relevant. You wanted to shop. What do you guys want to buy?
Anadoltia would like to take a pull from the bag.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead and roll me a D1000. 700. Oh, man. Nice.
Please be a brother, the Packmaster.
735.
Or Wizard's Ring. This is what I'm really hoping for.
You got... Instead, what you pull out of the bag is not a dagger, which falls from your grasp, and not a potion, but a belt that you end up grabbing. What is... I'm interested to see what this do. It is a black rubber belt. It has segments along its late and has a smooth platinum buckle. As you look upon it, you find yourself becoming a little bit more animated, and your arms and legs are just kind of like moving in emphasis as you're speaking. And Bartholomew speaks up. This is the conveyor belt. Using gestures and sound, you can convey simple ideas with creatures you do not share languages. You may also extrapolate simple ideas from their response. Additionally, you may cast the sending spell once per day. When you cast the spell in this way, in addition to the 25 words, you may instantly teleport a tiny object that you are holding to the target of the spell. That's actually pretty cool. You've gotten it's not an attunement item. You've gotten the conveyor belt.
And that item was created by a reflected 10-8.
Thank you,
Wait,
Les.
you said it is a attunement item or not?
It's not an attunement item. That's a cool,
Oh!
cool little idea, yeah.
That is why it's so cool.
Anadoltia instantly puts that around her right waist.
I was trying to get to the point, like, why is this so hot? And then I was like, oh, yeah, it's the lack of attunement. I think that's really got this one pumped up. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to purchase? Going once, twice.
Sure, I'll take it back.
Well, that's the first time the going once, going twice has gotten someone. Go ahead and roll me a D1000 sword. 433. You reach into the bag, and your hands pass over first what appears to be a charm of some kind, and then something larger, maybe a trident. What you end up grabbing is a pair of glasses, and as you pull them out, they have a light tint to them, and these are the tinted lenses. Bartholomew speaks up. Ah, yes, these were made by individuals that struggle in the sunlight. While you wear them, you do not gain the benefits of natural or magical dark vision, but you also do not suffer the penalties of sunlight sensitivity. So these are lenses that negate the negative effects of sunlight sensitivity. These were items created by Maddie Morgs, so thank you for the submission, Maddie. Which
there are some people who would very much enjoy those items.
Maybe not for you, Sword, but I know there's a lot of folks that might want that.
Persuasion.
Anyone else?
Kobold or Drow.
Is it like cool if I rolled twice today, or?
Oh yeah, you can go get it if you want. It's a new adventure.
Man, I don't know. I think I'll pass.
Very well.
If you have any doubt, you always gotta not, because then if it's bad, you're gonna be like, I knew it. You know, you'll beat yourself up for it. But Pete, we need to away to the outro screen.
All right, see you guys later.
Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.
Jeremy, take me there.